Hello and welcome. Welcome to the preview of the Emergence Abundance Matrix program. It's an 8-day intensive training program where you will get to basically tune in and integrate some of the new waves of abundance and especially financial abundance that are coming in and anchoring on the planet. Now, if we look at our history, in the last few hundred years, things have worked out in one particular way. Before that, let's say you go back 400 or 500 years, and then things pretty much stayed the same. Then we had some evolution of some of those systems, and some of the systems and model work for their purpose, but they're not working for the new energies anymore. As the cosmic waves are changing, information is being upgraded on the planet. If you think about your computer or your phone and notice the environment, notice the operating system, notice the plugins, you know that you have to upgrade time to time to keep up with the changing technology. So the global technology is also changing. If you look at Earth as a technology unit, as a cosmic technology, it is, right? It is a highly advanced cosmic technology that is supporting about 8 billion of us. So Earth's system is changing. Earth's model is changing. Who knows? Maybe a new company took over. It doesn't really matter. But the what matters is we need to keep up with the technology, otherwise we fall behind. So imagine using rotary phone now. There are some, but they are at home. So you cannot take them anywhere. You cannot use them the way you use your cell phone or the way you use your laptop. You cannot use your desktop that way because they're not mobile. They don't do everything some of the advanced technologies do. So as the cosmic energies change, and again, change is not a good or bad thing. It's just a flow of events and information moving from one state to another state. We age, that's a state of change. Our thought process changes, when we were little versus when we were in junior high, high school, college, then when we, start to do our job, our businesses, or focus more on career, focus more on family. Uh, our priorities change over our lifetime. So Earth's priorities are changing and an emerging field of abundance is showing up. Now, when I talk about abundance, I always mean the flow of all things in harmony. A lot of people think abundance is only money. It's not only money, it's a flow of all things in harmony because all of the different systems need to work together. Imagine only taking care of your brain, or only taking care of your heart, or only taking care of your kidneys. What happens to the rest of your body? If your body is in disharmony, then you will have more issues. So similarly, abundance means it's a flow of all things in harmony. Financial abundance is a part of it. So the abundance energy is changing on the planet, which includes the financial abundance part. As new cosmic waves, and I say new because some of these waves are coming to us for the very first time, and some are coming back through a cosmic cycle because there are fractal energies that repeat again and again and again, like a sequence. So the new waves of energies that are coming and anchoring require us to think differently and act differently. You may have noticed that, let's say in the last 20 years, more and more people started to focus more on conscious evolution, organic living, healthy lifestyle, and more, because people started realizing that what supports us, the food and the drinks that support us, they don't have high vibration anymore. They are polluted, or they are processed, or they're mixed with a lot of things, or they have a lot of things sprayed on them. So it's causing disharmony for the body, and it's leading to different diseases and all kinds of issues. So we want to rise above that, right? That's why we live an organic lifestyle, and we do our best to focus on healthy eating and drinking. And if you don't have that habit, please start now. In a similar way, the abundance matrix is changing. It's becoming more organic. What does that mean? Well, how it will actually show up, only a time traveler from the future can tell us. But we have different models showing up now. Which one will dominate depends on the collective vibration. That's why it's really important for all of us to raise our vibration so we can allow the most advanced model that we can handle with harmony. Okay. So organic model, that model I'm talking about, you know, it means that you're not just running after money, you're not just chasing money, you are tuning into the cosmic abundance so that financial abundance shows up more easily for you. But you are also tuning into your passion, your purpose, and your higher vision. When you have that alignment with your higher vision, the new model will support you more, and the new model will present new solutions for you more easily. Those who would be wanting to hold on to the old models that are becoming dysfunctional every month and every year, they will have a much harder time because they may not see the options. So our focus right now, the way some of these information is showing up in the hologram, is to start to integrate the emerging model in advance, layer by layer, as much as we can handle at the moment. Okay? So when you tune in and when you integrate some of the information in advance, then when the model shows up, your system can be more relaxed, thinking, okay, I already know some parts of it. And imagine taking some advanced math classes in high school. And then when you go to college or when you go for a higher degree, then you already know some of the things presented in those math classes. So it's very similar to that. Now you are tuning in and integrating the emergent matrix as much as you can handle so that your field gets calibrated to this new energy and information can open up more easily for you. Your heart brain unified consciousness can open up more. Your intuition can open up more, and you can notice that the systems or models that begin to anchor, you can navigate them more easily. And are we going to have some kind of a hybrid system soon? Again, we will know some of it by the end of this year, as some major cosmic energies are influencing us. And over the next few years, more things will become clearer. Many um, nations are also focusing on developing their system now. So globally, there is an urge to come up with some system that would be beneficial. And most nations are looking at a system that would benefit them. So we want to tune into the cosmic model that will be beneficial for humanity and all life on Earth as we move forward. So that's why it's important for us to start to raise our vibration more and at a rapid rate and tune more into these new emerging systems, especially the emerging abundance matrix, because that's where most people have difficulties or issues. So as we go through the 8 days of intensive training, throughout the day, um, do as much as you can to tune into some of the vortex energies that you will go through during the program. So each day, use the journey tracks as much as you can, as often as you can, and keep using some of the holographic tools and programs and run those vortex energies to give yourself a huge boost. At the moment, most people were trained to work 9 to 5. So that model has been changing. And in the last couple of years, a lot of that systems have been broken down in different ways for different reasons. And we notice a lot of businesses and new models showing up. So we will notice it continuing and people finding creative ways to do things. So when we can open up more, these creative ways can show up faster so we can take advantage of them. Now, that's why the 8 days of training helps us to prepare for these new models. You know, look at the 8 days as your retreat. You are going through these 8 days, and please uh, spend as much time as you can with these energies, tuning into the models, tuning into some of the processes, playing some of the mind games that you will learn and more. Because when you really become a part of that vibration, every cell of your body can absorb more and integrate more. So, as these new systems and models become a part of the planet, your focus is to receive them, allow them, and use them to create more success, abundance, and prosperity for you, for your family, for your career, job, or business. And understand a lot of that may change. Now, there's nothing to be concerned about. New options will show up if you are doing something that does not resonate with you vibrationally. It's causing you disharmony. Every day you are stressed out, so it is for your highest benefit to let go of the old model and integrate more of the new models and tuning into some of the new energies, and then focus on moving forward by doing things that your system wants, and by doing things that are aligned more with your higher vision and purpose. We each brought certain information for Earth and for ourselves, for our journey on Earth. We are like those puzzles. There are about 8 billion pieces of those puzzles. It's a gigantic puzzle, right? So there's no reason for any of us to pick a different piece and thinking that I should be there. You're not designed to be there. Your vibration is bringing different information. So, um, our task is to raise our vibration, focus on allowing the new energies to come in, raise our vibration as much as we can, and help the planet, help others, and in the process, learn, grow, and create more. create more abundance, create more prosperity, create all of that by doing things that resonate with us and with our soul vibration. Now, during the program, each day you will go through um, almost like a new level. This is not an abundance program that's all focused on clearing your blocks and letting go of the old things. We will focus on switching to the new model and the energies of the new models. But we don't want to emphasize on all the old issues because then you dive into all those issues. Instead, each day I will create more like a vibrational alignment for all of us so that we can start to go through these 8 steps on 8 days, and then we can integrate as much as we can as we go through our journeys. So we want to integrate the energies in our body, in our mind, allow them to become a part of our field, and raise our vibration enough to start to operate differently. So whatever changes show up over the next few years, you can rise above issues and challenges and take action in a way that will be beneficial and prosperous for you. Now, as you go through the journey, um, we will also play a mind game. Okay, it's about a 5 minute mind game. Many years ago, more than a decade ago, maybe 12 to 15 years ago, when I first played with the process, I played it slightly differently. But when I first started to play with the process, I was managing a lot of technology processes for media companies like many news organizations, not the TV media, but they provided different services, rating services, and they did a lot of different trade shows, a lot of product-oriented services, electronics, new development, database, and all of that. So when I started to play with the process, and I continued, I evaluated probably after 3 months and after 6 months. And, I noticed that after a couple of years, my financial abundance vibration increased by 3 times because in the media industry, in the technology industry, I rapidly made those advancements. So we will start that process, but it's not just an 8 day process. It's just a 5 minute mind game, but you will continue, and I would urge you to continue for 90 days. Then notice your energy, notice how things become easier, notice how your brain starts to switch more into an abundance vibration, and then continue. Okay, if you can continue it for a year, you will notice rapid changes. The best way to continue it is right before you go to sleep. So then your system can start to play with it. And again, it's just a 5 minute process. You will need a journal or a notebook and a pen for this. You can always use a spreadsheet or a document that's electronic, but the best results will be you'll get the best results when you use actually a notebook and a pen, because when you write it down or draw some of the things, you will create a direct link between what you are creating, the artwork that you're creating. Even if you're writing things down, that's still an artwork for your system. So you are bringing down information on a piece of paper, and through your fingers, you're creating a neural link. Scientists have researched that, and they have decided, and these research have been done many times, and they know that it's a lot more powerful than just typing something. So I would highly urge you to get a notebook and a pen dedicated for this mind game to increase your income and abundance flow. Okay, so it's a very simple process, and you'll learn about switching your mind from any kind of lack, limitation, or old model to a new model where you can tune into the cosmic energies and know that more is coming. So you want to train your brain. Okay, so it'll be a fun process, and you can just continue to play with that. And again, once you do it for a few months, you will notice a big difference. The other thing is, um, I will create a super high abundance vortex. The way it shows up is it's almost like 8 layers of vortex energies. If you put 8 domes together, it's sort of like that. So you have a smaller vortex, and it's going a little becoming on top of that. There's a slightly larger vortex and a larger vortex and a larger vortex. It's like a nested vortex. That's how it shows up. But what I will do is, as I'm playing with these energies in the hologram, with the emerging matrix, I'm noticing different types of flow, and I will bring in and generate an equivalent of $50 million energy vortex. Again, when I talk about abundance, it's a flow of all things in harmony. You're not running after money. But what you will do is you will enter the vortex daily, and then you will start to navigate your way through the vortex. We will begin to calibrate. And as a result, as you continue to do that for 8 days, you will shift your energy to tune more into a higher abundance vibration. So if a lot of your issues are here, let's say this is your threshold, this is the lower limit, this is the upper limit. If a lot of the issues are here, and then if your vibration goes here, then some of the issues that were here below this lower limit, they automatically disappear, right? So we will play with the $50 million vortex, just tuning in without agenda, without any need, without any stress. It's almost like swimming in that energy, playing with that energy, being playful with the universe and with the new emerging matrix. So once you become familiar with it, you can start to dive into these energies anytime you want, and focus on giving yourself some boost. Okay, so those are about these are a couple of things we will continue to do for calibration. Our main purpose for these 8 days is to make sure that we start to tune into the emerging matrix now, and over the next few months, we continue to give ourselves enough boost, so as some of the new vibrations anchor on the planet, especially through the third week of September, there are different fluctuations happening on the planet, and then there's going to be another shift that are coming that's coming for us, and that energy or wave will carry us for um, more than a decade. It will be changing, but the first phase of that new wave will start to come in after the third week of September. Okay. So, actually, how do I know that many ancient civilizations have calculated that? And the spiritual alchemy, the ninth wave, was also connecting with some of these emerging waves. Yeah, so that's mainly what I wanted to mention today. Soon I will take you through a journey and then I will open up the line for you. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to ask anything, then you can, raise your hand and you can ask or use the chat window to ask a question or share your experience. Uh, but our main focus right now is to look at giving yourself a huge boost, as a lot of people on the planet are focusing on restarting life after a year of massive changes, massive global changes. So as we restart things, as we reintegrate information, we don't want to plug into the old systems and models. We want to plug into a new system and a new model. Okay, so as we go through the 8 days, you can tune into these energies. So if you're not registered for the 8 days, you can dive in and join us for the live process. Each day I will continue to run a lot of processes in the background. And so when you can spend extra time daily focusing on the emerging matrix and running some of the holographic tools and programs, you will give yourself a bigger boost. Okay, so we want to focus on raising your abundance vibration, raising your threshold, like the lower limit, upper limit. If you are here, let's raise it to here. And then gradually we will keep raising it. As you play and practice, you can continue to raise that vibration. As I take you through the journey, what I will do today is um, I'm going to help you loosen up some of the strict old models. What does that mean? Imagine a bunch of belts, the belts that you would wear. Imagine them around you and around your field. They are pretty tight. They are tightly keeping you within some of the existing models. So what I will start to do is kind of like shake up and loosen up some of these old models so you can release them more easily. And then you can, it's like some of these restrictions falling off of your field. So you can imagine in your mind that there are a bunch of belts around your head, around your energy field, around your body, that are keeping you within some of the old models. And as you loosen up, you know, throw them out or notice them falling. Okay. All right. Sounds great. Let's begin our journey and processing today. Gently close your eyes. Focus on your heart and begin to breathe in and out. Let's bring up spiraling earth energies from the center of earth and allow the energies to come up through your lower chakras and your feet for grounding. Let's bring down some of the rays of the sun through your higher chakras and your crown. You are inside a vortex between the earth and the sun. Allow the energies to spiral through you and begin to raise your vibration. I will run a scanning of your field, and let's identify some of the current models that you are plugged in. You can imagine or visualize these systems or models showing up as spheres. The ones that are not beneficial for moving forward, think about those models showing up as gray spheres. Notice how these models created restrictions for you. I will project some energy and information to generate the vibration to help you heal and loosen up and unplug some of these non beneficial models. Allow these energies to go through all the models and your connections to all these models. Allow the waves of healing and transformation to keep spiraling through you and helping you to loosen up these models, loosen up these restrictions, loosen up these energetic belts. Notice some of these restrictions are becoming loose. Unplug them or untie them, depending on how they show up in your mind. Notice your sensations. Imagine them, visualize them, or feel them, or sense them. However, you notice is fine. Continue to unplug them and untie them. Do that for yourself, for your family, for your career, or job, business. Notice yourself feeling free. You can allow a stronger flow of cosmic energies. Let's keep flushing out. Let go of the old. Invite the new. Prepare your field for the 8 days of emerging abundance. Notice your field lighting up in bright, shiny colors. Notice a golden sphere in front of you, representing a stronger flow of abundance. Imagine plugging into that sphere so it supports you in your journey. Take your energetic USB cable or energetic outlet and plug it in. Notice yourself receiving a strong connection, a strong energetic flow. What would you love to attract or create or manifest and experience moving forward? Think about it. Tune into the energies. Allow the golden sphere to support you. Let's breathe in and out deeply and gently a few more times. Let's come back to your present moment. Rub your hands together and gently open your eyes. Welcome back. So, before our 8-day process, and I would invite you to go through this particular journey a bunch of times so you can condition your mind to let go of some of the old and dysfunctional models. You're not letting go of things that are working, you're letting go of things that are causing disharmony for moving forward. So unplug them and tune more into the golden sphere. So, um, for the 8-day process, you know, the uh, the classes will generally be about 45 minutes. I would do my best to keep the journey segment 30 minutes ish, plus or minus, depending on how it shows up each day. So this way you can spend more time with it and it becomes easier for you to go through the journeys multiple times. Okay, so it will be a part of our process to evolve the abundance matrix that's within us. So let's focus on integrating the new matrix that are coming in. Focus on tuning into it before it fully anchors. Because when you are focusing on it first and when you're playing with it before it anchors, you have flexibility. Imagine building a home. You're sitting with the architect, you have flexibility before the work start. But if the foundation is done, then you have limitations on what you can do and how much you can change. When the home is complete, then you're pretty much solidified an option. It would take a lot more effort to make that change. So as the energies are coming in, boost your vibration as much as you can, use the energy matrix and tune in as often as you can, and raise your vibration and calibrate your field so that you have a lot more flexibility with the new model. Now, in the old models, we have seen gigantic corporation structures and things that are showing up. The new models support a more unity consciousness and a more collaborative approach. The global consciousness is changing. So, how fast depends on our collective vibration. Generally, the way we humans work, we tend to fight things and want to push things away and not want to change. But then when the flow comes in a very strong way, we are forced to change. So instead of that, let's walk on this bridge and let's begin to integrate the information in advance so you can help yourself and you can help others. So thanks for joining. Uh, Before I open up the line, I will actually stop the recording so that when you have the um, preview available on YouTube, your information is not there. So feel free to raise your hand and ask any questions. Otherwise, I hope to see a lot of you in the program. Let's continue to play and explore possibilities.